clearly.
IIT.
Thank you.
Other participants, please mute yourselves and
Well,
आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप refresher course में you have accepted our invitation. And now I request the participants to please go for the introduction of Sir.
Very good afternoon, one and all. My name is Dr. Gangunadi Mandala from Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. It is always said that the success of any program depends on the presence of great minds who inspire, enlighten, and guide us with their knowledge and experience. Today, we are truly fortunate to have such a personality among us, someone who has not only contributed immensely to the civil engineering, but also has been a role model for students, researchers, and professionals alike. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our distinguished resource person for today's session. Dr. Devendra Narayan Singh is a distinguished academic and researcher in the field of geotechnical engineering, born in 1965 in Shahjahanpur, Uttar Pradesh. He completed his BTech, MTech, and PhD at IIT Kanpur and has been a faculty member at IIT Mumbai since 1994. Prior to this, he briefly served at the Central Road Research Institute, New Delhi, and IIT Kharagpur. Over the last 3 decades, Dr. Singh has contributed significantly to environmental geotechnology, uncharted social mechanics, soil characterization, containment transport, industrial waste utilization, and geotechnical contributions modeling. He has authored over 350 technical papers, including 269 in reputed journals, and supervised 42 PhD and 35 MTech theses. His innovative work has resulted in 37 patents filed, out of which 30 has been granted, including one US patent. Alongside 4 copyright applications. Dr. Singh established a state-of-the-art environmental geotechnology laboratory at IIT Mumbai and supported by agencies such as BARC, ICAR, DST, AICTE, and AERB. He also served as an in-house instructor and consultant to leading business organizations. As a founder and editor-in-chief of Environmental Geotechnics, ICE Publishing UK, Dr. Singh has shaped economic discourse in his discipline and continues to serve on editorial boards of leading international journals. His contribution have earned him several prestigious awards, including the Outstanding Contributions Medal 2022, Eichmark, and Richard Fionn Prize in 2014, John R. Booker Excellence Award 2011, and the Canadian Geotechnical Journal Frontland Award 2019, among others. In addition to research, he has authorized books such as Environmental Geotechnology, Meeting Challenges Through Needs Based on Instrumentation. Second book, Cricket Pitches, The Science Behind the Art of Making and Fly Ash. And third book is Geolites, Innovatives, Applications and Directions. Dr. Singh is a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering, the American Society of Engineering, Civil Engineering, and Institution of Civil Engineering UK. With his pioneering work, mentorship, and leadership, he continues to advance the environmental geotechnics both in academics and in practices. With years of dedication, academic excellence, and practical wisdom, our guest has created a significant impact through his remarkable work. The insights and experiences that he brings with him today will surely enrich our understanding and open new perspectives. We are truly privileged to have Dr. Devendra Narayan Singh with us today to share his valuable knowledge and perspectives. I request all of you to join with me in extending a warm welcome to our esteemed resource person. Thank you so much, sir. You accepted our request. We welcome you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mandala. and Dr. Madhuri Sawant, for giving me this opportunity to interact with your participants. I hope all of you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. And
Very good afternoon, sir.
I hope I am going to have a fruitful interaction with all your participants. So I have taken this opportunity to speak about my research, which is related to lunar lake or lunar crater, which is located very close to Aurangabad. I am a civil engineer by profession, and I got migrated to environmental geotechnology, which happens to be my forte right now. And this migration has taught me that how interdisciplinary research can be developed to cater to the requirements of the society. I'm a chair professor at IIT Bombay, and my parent department is civil engineering. You are most welcome to visit my website, and you will realize that I lead a very big team of researchers with me who are quite active in doing fundamental research and the cutting edge technology development. I would also like to interact with the participants to understand their background and to understand what their intentions are. I'll defer it for the time being, and I would like to reiterate the mission, the Malviya mission, on which Dr. Sawant has created this platform for us and to interact. This is MMTTC, Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center. I happen to be a teacher, and I understand most of you who are attending this session are also teaching and actively involved in the research and the development work. So when I was going through the mandate of MMTTC, I realized that the major focus is on Indian knowledge systems. Now, the question is, what is knowledge and what are the systems which are going to be used or which are in place, and how you are going to employ them to create a better knowledge for tomorrow. And this knowledge is going to sort out the problems which the society is facing. So this is where I also got impressed by the fact that the whole intention is to create curriculum which is skill-based. Now, skill-based curriculum is a very recent emphasis in the education system in the country through NEP. And the whole idea is, even if somebody is doing fundamental research, the application of this research in solving the real life problems is the prime aim, which should be done by teaching them right subjects, right curriculum at the school level or the graduate level or the postgraduate level. And in this case, we can enhance the faculty competencies in line with the NEP program, provided IKS and skill-based curriculum is taken care of. I was also going through the broader context and alignment with NEP of this activity. And I'm happy that the main intention is to implement the transformative goals of NEP by training faculty into several subheadings, I would say, or the subtopics, like holistic and multidisciplinary education. So the case which I'm going to discuss is a beautiful example of how multidisciplinary education can be imparted even in the higher education system. You must have realized from my background that I was a civil engineer, and then I got converted into the environmental geotechnologist. And very soon you will realize that the type of problems which society is facing has forced me to think completely transdisciplinary, not even interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. Because we have realized that just by championing one thought or one skill, you cannot solve the problem holistically. So this has become a part of my practice and research these days, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I hope some of you who will like to be in active, dispensation of the knowledge and the skills which you have developed would like to realize that what it takes to get migrated from your parent subject to the paraphyletic subjects. Now, when you talk about the curriculum design infused with the Indian knowledge value systems, sometimes in life it so happens that you come across the topics or the projects which are related to our culture or the heritage. I was lucky enough to be a part of such type of projects, and the one which I have chosen in today's discussion belongs to the similar case. Now, skill development, why it is required? It is required to include the integration of ICT, research and leadership in teaching. Because what we are observing as teachers right now is that it's becoming day by day very difficult to attract the young people to exhibit their talent in the right manner. And this is where the knowledge integration into the research and practice is becoming a very, very important goal. And of course, the whole idea of this exercise is to promote inclusion, sustainability, and ethical awareness in higher education. So this is the preface which I have tried to set for today's discussion, that gone are the days when people used to work in the compartments, or they used to be having a compartmentalized approach. Now, today's research, development, and teaching is all about how much you can expand your horizons, how much you can expand your knowledge, and how much you can apply it to different walks of life. So let me begin with this contemporary issues. But before I do this, I would like to interact with the participants of this course so that I can change the course of my discussion for rest of the interactive session. If you do not mind, can you please switch on your camera so that I will like to see how many of you are attending this course and what's your background. Is it possible, please?
Yes, sir.
Roll number 48, please, off your audio.
So just a minute. I think I have to stop sharing. Yes, please. Yeah, so all of you, can you please switch on your cameras and just let me understand what is your background? So then I think it will become very interesting to have this discussion today. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. My name is Dr. Gangunaidu Mandala from Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. My specializations are general management, finance specialization, accounting, and economics, sir, in these areas.
Very good. So Dr. Mandala, for your information, I did a consultancy project in Bombay long back when I started my career, and
Yes,
that was for TriFed.
Yes, sir.
I hope you know what is TriFed.
I know, sir.
So this is a sort of an organization which helps the tribal activities in the country, and they wanted to establish a center in Navi Mumbai. So
yes, sir.
yes, the yield which comes from the tribal activities or tribal agriculture, a big question
Yes,
is where to store it and how to market it. So there's
Yes,
an
sir. Actually,
organization,
sir.
you can check it on net, TriFed. Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm working in tribal university. We have done many activities in tribal areas, sir. I think you know very well Professor T.V. Kattimani. He was my former vice chancellor. He is also NEP committee member also for southern regions. And he is very famous. Then because his main aim is that to serve the tribal peoples, and every week, Saturday and Sunday, we used to spend time most of the time tribal areas, sir. We have done many projects in those areas,
nice.
like, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Very nice. I'm so happy. Yes, please, the next one. The next one.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
My
please.
name is Nahida. I'm from BC College of Education, Mumbai. And I'm from the field of teacher education. I train teachers.
You train teachers.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So, what are the special tools? What are the special tools you use to teach?
But I didn't get you just once.
What are
Yes,
the special tools or the devices which you use to train teachers, and of what standard?
So basically, mine is a Bachelor's of Education college. So we have graduates who come after their bachelor's degree and they come over here to become teachers. They want to be teachers in schools. They will be teaching grades 5th to 12th standard. So basically, the tools that we teach them are, first we train them in micro teaching, lesson planning, and then slowly and steadily we go upwards. We teach them in innovative methods of teaching. We have MOOC, through which we also transact our curriculum. So
Very
and we
nice.
train them in that. We have special courses that we have devised, like value-added courses are there, graduate
Very good.
aptitude courses are there. So we have all that.
Very good. So you are using MOOCs
Yeah, we
and,
do try.
and NPTEL.
Neptel, yes, sir.
Yes,
We have
very
SWAM
nice.
courses also that they
SWAM
have to
also.
register for. And
Very
I
good.
like credit-based courses.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that is the reason, I wanted to talk to all of you, because many of you are already using the advanced technology for teaching your students and training of the teachers, the forthcoming teachers, is it not? Nice to meet you. Yes, please. Next
Thank
one.
you, sir. Same here.
Yes. Hello.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please.
Myself, Dr. Tarkeswar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication at Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh, Vijayanagara. We train journalists and we make journalists ethically committed to the society.
Very nice. So, journalists, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. I am so happy to hear this, because very soon you will realize that most of my activities are also dealing with what is being reported in the newspapers. So most of my research topics have been linked with what's happening in the society, particularly what's happening in the northern part of the country, because of the avalanche, because of the cloudburst, because of the rainfall, landslides, and so on. So you will be surprised or happy to know that I follow very closely the journalists and what they report in the news and the national papers. And then I try to augment my research and the classroom teaching depending upon that. So every day, the lecture starts with the headlines of the newspapers. And then we interpret it, and then the mechanics part comes into it. What is the reason? What is the cause of failure? And how to rectify it? Because civil engineering is all about conceptualizing a situation, understanding what went wrong, and then how to remediate it and how to fix it. Nice to meet you. Yes, please. The next one.
Sir, actually, Dr. Tarkeswar is very famous in Andhra Pradesh. He recorded all the tribal related videos and everything, sir.
Very nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there was a project which I was doing on behalf of Government of India, where the port has been developed, and there is a tribal location or the locality which had to be rehabilitated, for the expansion of a very big infrastructure project. So I am associated with some of the issues related to rehabilitation of the tribals.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. We are very happy to.
Sir, I came to teaching after serving in print and electronic media after
Very
more than
nice.
7 years.
Very
Then I
nice.
shifted to teaching.
Very good.
Sir, we are very happy to serve to the tribal people, sir. Actually,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are so lucky to work in tribal university.
Very nice. Yeah, next one. Hello.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Sir, I am Dr. Praveen Berad. I am assistant professor in English.
I can't see you, Dr. Praveen.
Sir, there is a very net
Okay,
problem.
no issues. Okay, please go ahead.
Sir, my specialization is Indian writing in English.
Indian writing in English.
English, yeah.
Very nice. Okay. So, yeah, that makes a lot of difference, what you write, and that's what the journalism is all about. And the knowledge creation is all about. Very good. So what special techniques you adopt to train students and the teachers as far as the writing is concerned?
Sir, in this subject, actually the Indian writers, those who writes about Indian context, aspirations and demands of India, which literature is translated into English. And these topics we also teach in the to students.
Okay. So this is all transcription, or what is this you talk about?
No, sir, actually it is a subject, Indian writing in English.
Okay.
Those Indian writer who writes in English about
Okay.
India.
Very good. I'm so happy, but I'm not much aware of your subject, so I'm sorry about it. But yes, this sounds to be very interesting. Next one, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
It's my immense pleasure to meet you, sir, professor, professor from IIT, especially from chemistry background. For myself, Dr. Devidas Bhagat, currently working as assistant professor in Department of Forensic Chemistry and Toxicology, Government Institute of Forensic Science, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar.
Very nice. So I'm visiting next week your city and looking forward to catch up with you. You'll be surprised to know that I do a lot of applied chemistry in my research, and I'm going to give you an example of what type of chemistry I do. Civil engineering without chemistry is of no use. If you consider the cement and concrete, it is nothing but the chemistry. All right. And if you talk about
please
the
share
rocks,
your number, sir, if possible, contact number. Definitely, we keep in touch.
Yeah,
and we also plan to organize some national and international conference in a here in Aurangabad.
Yeah. So my
I will
request to
convey
you
it to you.
yeah, please, Dr. Madhuri can share my number with you. My request is that when you teach your undergraduate,
Definitely.
when you teach in your class, please highlight that today's world cannot move without chemistry. This is something.
From Tribal University also. Sir, from Tribal University also, we are inviting. When you come Visakhapatnam, you come and contact me, sir. Definitely, I will show you beautiful places of tribal areas, sir.
I will come.
First, you must watch the tribal. Aruku is very beautiful city, sir.
I know Aruku. I have heard about it because I have not gone there, but I've heard about it. So,
and we call it as a Andhra. We call it as a Andhra Kashmir, sir. We call it as Andhra Kashmir.
Very nice.
Yes,
so,
sir.
I was talking
in next week, sir. The next week you are in Sambhajinagar, no?
Yeah, Dr. Madhuri knows about my program, so she will let you know. What I'm trying to tell you is the carbon capture, neutralization, and decarbonization, which is the top agenda of Government of India right now. Dr. Devidas, are you there? So, the civil engineers are also very much interested in dealing with decarbonization and the net zero. So, this is what my research area is, where I utilize chemistry a lot. The big question is, how will you capture carbon dioxide from the stacks coming out of the industries? How will you clean it? How will you purify it? Where would you store it? And then people like us who are experts in underground space, how we are going to inject it over there. So the chemistry is everywhere. And I am sure that you must be giving these examples to your class in your classrooms to the undergraduates, that without chemistry now moving ahead with science and technology is not possible. Nice meeting you. Next, please.
Hello, sir. I am roll number 11, Surina Mola. I am assistant professor in English working under University of Kerala. and my field of specialization is climate fiction.
Very good. Yeah, so fiction writing and the English writing is very, very important. And I think you should impress upon your students that they should write properly. Because I'm sure you must be aware that Government of India is also very eager that our publication numbers should increase, at par with the China. China is leading in publication of international journal and Indians are not in the fray at this stage. So please train these students in such a manner that they can write and they can express themselves in the best possible manner. And then only we will be able to publish in international journals and Indian journals. Nice meeting
Sure,
you.
sir.
Next,
We'll
please.
be doing that.
Thank you. Next. Next one.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
I am Rameswar Borade from Department of Physics. I am Kushwato of the college, Jalna. My research area is material science. I am working on right and right, taking practicals, mathematics, and some softwares.
Okay. You are teaching very interesting subjects and very important subjects to the students. Please keep it up. Show them more practical applications. The science and mathematics which you are teaching and what we studied and today's science and mathematics and physics is totally different. You can cite several examples. I remember when you were taught orbital motion, we used to only mug up, but today's world you have Chandrayaan, Gaganyaan and so many yans, taking off. You can explain these things better in your class. Nice meeting you. Next, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, namaste.
Namaskar.
I am Madan Hari Singh Jadhav,
Mhm.
Department of History, Godavari Arts Junior and Senior College,
Mhm.
Ambad, District Jalna, affiliated to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada Vidyapit, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar.
बहुत बढ़िया. धन्यवाद. So I am going to talk about the lunar lake. I'm sure you must be aware of that. This is a historical event as well as geological event. This is a astronomical event. It's a civil engineering event. It's a geotechnical event. It's a mythological event. Correct?
सर मैं मेरे स्टूडेंट को हिस्ट्री के स्टूडेंट को वहाँ लेकर सब दिखाकर वापस लेके आया हूँ सर.
बहुत बढ़िया.
और बहुत अच्छा है सर. हिस्टोरिकल आप जो कह रहे हैं वो सही है.
बहुत बढ़िया.
हिस्टोरिकल जियोलॉजिकल सब कुछ वहां पर आपको देखने को मिल जाएगा सर.
बहुत बढ़िया.
बहुत अच्छा. और उसके बारे में आप मुझे और ज्यादा ज्ञान देंगे ऐसा मैं आपसे अपेक्षा व्यक्त करता हूँ सर.
मैं अभी आज थोड़ा बात करूंगा इस बारे में. आप उसमें बताइएगा मुझे मैंने क्या और नहीं स्टडी किया है, तो मैं उसको अपने लिस्ट में इंक्लूड कर लूंगा. और जो मैंने काम अभी तक किया है वो मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा, और जो नहीं किया है वो आप मुझे बताइएगा, तो मैं और उस पर रिसर्च करूंगा आगे.
ठीक है सर.
जी हाँ. थैंक यू. नेक्स्ट वन.
धन्यवाद सर.
धन्यवाद. हाँ जी.
सर पहले पूछ रहे कि एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है.
हाँ जी.
पार्टिसिपेंट से.
हाँ बताइए, अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए. उससे मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि मैं कहाँ पे बोल रहा हूँ और मेरे उसका डिस्कशन से क्या फायदा होने वाला है. आप बताइए. आप कोई भी लैंग्वेज में बोल सकते हैं, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, मराठी, व्हाटएवर. आई कैन फॉलो बट आई कांट स्पीक मराठी. सॉरी. गो अहेड. डॉक्टर माधुरी विल हेल्प मी. या बोलिए बोलिए प्लीज. हेलो.
हाँ बोला सर.
There are several participants. Anil Kumar Yadav.
And all the ladies over here.
Yeah, please speak it out.
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, come on. डोंट वरी
My
अबाउट लैंग्वेज का कुछ नहीं रहता है,
आप तेलुगु
आप
में
बात
बोलिए, मेरे को
कीजिए।
समझ में आ जाएगी, कोई बात नहीं है।
हाँ,
हाँ बताइए।
चलेगा।
my name is Archana Kachri. I am assistant professor in chemistry at
वेरी गुड,
Mazilgaon.
वेरी गुड। आप कौन, विच सब्जेक्ट यू आर टीचिंग? इनऑर्गेनिक, ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री और इंडस्ट्रियल केमिस्ट्री और व्हाट?
I am teaching organic chemistry, but now I am teaching herbal chemistry when there is introduction of NEP 2020.
Very good. In civil engineering, we come across many situations where soil is getting contaminated because of industrial waste.
Yes, sir.
So whatever industrial processes are going on, they all discharge effluents, and these effluents are mostly organic in nature. All right. So because of this, what's happening is the soil and the rock and the groundwater is getting contaminated. So one of the major research areas which I work in is how to decontaminate, how to remediate, how to make these rocks, soil and groundwater clean. So I use a lot of FTIR, I use a lot of, XRD, XRF, SEM, ICP-MS, GCMS, GCLOT, God knows what. So I use all these equipment. So when you are teaching to students, you should please convey them that chemistry is not limited to only classroom. It is unlimited. And in civil engineering particularly, we are utilizing chemistry a lot these days. Some of my students, when you visit my lab in Bombay, I'm inviting all the participants, you will realize that we are working on landfills, how to remove the landfills. And these landfills are contaminating the entire geo-environment. Because when rains occur, these leachates penetrate through the soil mass and they become a part of water body. And the whole issue is they are contaminating the ground, they are contaminating the groundwater. And I'm sure you must have heard about PFAS and other types of emerging contaminants these days, correct? Because of degradation of organic matter, sometimes plastic, PVC, and so on. So this is also becoming a very big problem. Actually, I need chemists in my research group. Okay, because contamination has become a very big problem. Okay, next. Thank you. Nice meeting you, Archana.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, please. Next. Yeah, please speak it out. I can see you. Number 26.
Participants, you can go ahead with your introduction.
बोलिए, please don't hesitate.
Sir, I'm the coordinator, but it is so difficult, to make students ko to kar sakte, sir. All are teachers over here, so
Yeah,
it
so
is
that's
so
why
difficult.
they should take this opportunity to interact,
Yes, sir. Come on, participants.
See, the
Can I
point
introduce?
is, yeah, please go ahead.
Myself, Dr. Ram Manohar Aggarwal. I am assistant professor for zoology subject at the Department of Zoology in Government PG College, Tikamgarh. My specialized subject is fisheries, and my research work is on insect waste management, sir.
What type of waste management?
Insect waste management.
Insect?
Yes, insect waste management.
Insect waste management?
Pest.
Acha, pest.
Yes.
Oh, very good. So I think you must be realizing that overdosing of the crops and, insecticides are contaminating the soil. Correct?
Yes.
So when rains occur, all these pesticides, they enter into the subsurface.
Yes.
And then it becomes a very big problem how to protect our water bodies. So this is a very interesting research area where chemists and civil engineers like me can collaborate and work together. And I'm sure you must be also teaching all these emerging contaminants, because the type of pesticides which are being used are of different natures. So there cannot be one solution for each and every contaminant. All right. So you have to very judiciously find out for which contaminant, what type of treatment should be provided. You will be surprised to know that we do phytoremediation a lot for the contaminated lands. Biophytoremediation also we are doing. But you will realize that my knowledge in chemistry and biology is not much. And this is where I would like to depend upon researchers like you, teachers like you, who can teach us biology and, about insects and the chemistry and how to go ahead with my research work. Okay, thank you. Nice meeting you. Next one, please.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Myself, Manorama Patre.
Okay.
I'm working as assistant professor in Ankush Rao Tope College. My subject is botany, sir.
Oh, very nice.
And
Good.
my research work is on plant pathology.
Plant pathology. Very good.
Yes, sir.
So just
Yes.
now, I think you must have heard that I was talking about phytoremediation.
Yes, sir. Yes.
There are so many contaminated soils in the country where you have to treat them by a specific species of plant. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
when you visit Bombay, please let me know. At one of the landfills in Bombay, we are trying to utilize the waste which is deposited over there, convert it into agriculturable soil. And my students have shown that successfully few species of plants can be grown on the waste which is lying in the landfills. It's a very interesting topic to work on, which talks about sustainability associated with the solid waste. And there's another Government of India mission where the landfills have to be removed by biomining. And this biomining will result in, the residues which are known as landfill biomined soil-like fractions. So our research is on man-made soils. We are trying to synthesize artificial soils in the laboratory, and we want to utilize them in the field. Okay, nice meeting you. Next, please.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Quick, because I have to discuss few things also with you. Go ahead. Hello? Anyone else? Mr. Ashok Ambore, Mr. Mahajan, Dr. Mahajan, Mr. Anil Kumar Yadav, Dr. Purushottamam. Are you there? I think they're not there. So is anybody interested in speaking to me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please.
My name is Dr. Koshish Patil, Assistant Professor, Government PG College, Tikamgarh, Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
MSc Plant Pathology, and my PhD research was Forest Ecology.
Which topology?
Forest ecology.
It's a forest. Okay. You are in the forestry. Very nice. So I just now spoke about the biophytoremediation where a lot of work can be done.
No, sir. Phytogeographical and relationship phytofluorescent composition.
Okay. All right. So in civil engineering practice, we are utilizing several plants and species of taxa, which can be utilized for improving the health of the soil. This is a new concept. Another interesting project in which Government of India is very eager is how to rejuvenate the lands which are logged with salt water. Western part of the country, if you go towards Bhavnagar and slightly ahead of that, you will find that this groundwater is totally brackish. Now, how will you remediate this type of situation? What type of solutions you can give is a major issue, because a lot of industries are going to get set up over there. And industries require fresh water. Fine. So there's a lot of scope of utilizing your knowledge and telling your student that these are the practical things which they should be doing. Okay, nice talking to you. Anyone else, please?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
My name is Ajinkya Cherke, Department of Mathematics, Ankush Ratope College, Jalna.
Okay. Very nice. So mathematics as the main tool for engineers, is it not? Without mathematics, we can't go ahead. But what type of mathematics you are teaching? Which subject?
Vector algebra, partial differential equation.
Very good. So in any branch of engineering, vector algebra and partial differential equations are a must. Aeronautical engineering, civil engineering, material sciences, chemical engineering, you just name it. Everywhere, electrical engineering, everywhere you have to use these concepts.
Yes.
Fick's law, we use it quite a lot.
Yes.
Yes, sir, yes. Yeah, very nice. Thank you. Next one. Okay, so if nobody is there, yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
My subject. Hello.
I can hear you.
Huh?
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
We can hear you.
Okay, next one. Hello.
I think there is connectivity issues.
I think we can go ahead with the. It's okay. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead with my talk.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I'll come back to where I was, and let's see if you can. So why I wanted to interact with you is why I requested Dr. Madhuri to allow me to interact with all of you is there's an intention which I made clear also during my interaction, that today's civil engineering is no more the one which it was known for. There are a lot of things which are happening, and the first and foremost is now material science. New materials, we call them as neo or nanomaterials. I'm sure some of you must be working in this area. I'm sure you must be aware that concrete is no more acceptable, because when you make concrete, you have to utilize cement. And I'm sure you can also interlink this story. When cement is manufactured, a lot of CO2 is getting evolved into the atmosphere. And I'm sure everybody is aware that today's world is about decarbonization, okay, reducing the carbon dioxide in the environment. So a big challenge which all of us are facing is how to attain this net zero. So this is where new materials are required, new construction materials. Now, construction material could be for making the buildings, or it could also be the material utilized for creation of pads, reclamation of the grounds. So in newspapers, you must be hearing that China is creating a lot of islands. All right. The question is from where they are bringing the material and what type of material. This is a big question mark. So in today's world, scientists, civil engineers, material scientists, they are trying to create new materials. Now, these materials, which are known as new materials, are coming out of the waste. And what we call this as valorization of the waste. So one example when I was interacting with all of you I had given was that we are utilizing the waste to convert it into man-made soils. Similarly, whatever waste is coming out of the industrial units, it is lying in, millions of tons all over the country, all over the world. The question is how to convert this waste into a material which is going to be useful. A lot of chemistry is required to deal with this. A lot of understanding of the material is required to deal with this question. A lot of policy issues are involved in this. A lot of industrial activities are involved in this. A lot of social responsibilities are involved in this. Many of you are from the tribal studies side, forestry. I'm sure you must have realized most of the industries are located in the remote areas. Now, what is the significance of this? The significance of this is that whatever waste is being produced, this is encroaching upon the territory of the forests. And many times it is also creating a situation where the tribal community is getting affected because of the industrial activities. And you must have also heard in newspapers that there are instances where the failure occurs, the failure of the units where the waste is being disposed and stacked. So this is becoming a very interesting situation where the tribal activities, the tribal livelihood, the forest, the industrial activities, everything is getting intermingled. Now, how will you come out of this type of a situation? So this is a major issue which society is facing right now, where the professionals like us are trying to help the industry and the government and the society. In case you come across any other idea, thought, please feel free to tell me, because this is going to help me in developing new concepts. And you can stop me at any time whenever you feel like, please feel free to interact. The second one in the list is, mining. Now, gone are the days when mining used to be only a fascination for the mining engineers. Some of the situations I have discussed just now, when you are doing mining, suppose if I ask you a question, mining is a technical issue, or it's a economical issue, or it's a social issue, or it is an integrated issue. Now, I hope you will realize that why I'm asking this question. When you do mining, can you tell me, one of you, that what are the issues associated with the mining? I have given you enough hints. Any idea? I think some of you are from the mining areas.
The process in which we obtain the metal from earth crust.
Correct. You are right. So that itself is a very difficult task. Now, look at the amount of people you have to displace to execute a mining operation. Are you realizing this? So the place where you are doing mining, that whole area is occupied, and where you are going to store the mining residues, which we call them as overburden, that area is also lost. And then you are going to contaminate the entire environment if the mineral or whatever material you are going to take out from the earth crust or earth is going to be chemically active. Apart from this, a lot of dust is getting generated. So I'm sure that you must be realizing that all these topics and the statements which I'm making are heavily interdisciplinary. One branch of engineering cannot take care of all this. Okay? Anything else which comes to your mind? The next one is geohazard mitigation. Can you give me an example of geohazards? If you are reading newspaper, I'm sure you can tell me. Landslides, earthquakes, cloudburst. All right. Can you give me any other example of this? Now the question is how to stop these hazards. Is this okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anything else
Yes,
comes to
sir.
your mind? So anyway, next in the series is, the way the IT systems are expanding. So IT, AI, expert systems, how to employ them is becoming a major issue, for which we require technologists. There's another interesting topic in my subject where I require a lot of interdisciplinary understanding, and the research is biogeointerface, molecular mechanics. Okay, so this is where, we talk about the interface between the soils, rocks, groundwater, and the bioactivity, microorganisms, virus, fungus, and so on. So this is the new era civil engineering, which I am trying to handle. Any thought which comes to your mind? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. What comes to your mind?
Sir, actually, I am poor in science, sir. Because
You
you
are?
are using all this.
You are?
You are using all these words. I am very poor in science, sir.
No problems. You are good in what? Just tell me, I will change the discussion in that context.
No issue, sir. I told you my specialization in general management and finance, sir.
Very good. So finance, I am coming to finance because none of these projects can be done without finance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct? And management.
Yes,
Yeah, no, but I'm talking to your participants. So another interesting subject is fire protection engineering. Have you come across any instance where fire protection is becoming very important? Any example? Hello?
It means how to protect the offices, even furniture, or whatever the things from the fire.
Correct.
And
You
we
are
should
right.
use the technology like that. Yes, sir. Especially like education institutions we should keep, because many things happened recently in Delhi also, that aspirants like those people also got affected like this. To control that one, we should do something innovative to protect it.
Yeah, you are absolutely correct. So do you remember 9/11, 26/11, and so on?
Yes, sir.
I think these are good examples of how you should create structures which are fire protected.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so moving on, Infrastructure engineering, land creation. I just gave you an example. Today is in an era where everybody is trying to expand the geographical boundaries. Every nation is doing that. Every Jila Taluka is doing that. Every city is trying to do that, correct? Earlier what Bombay was and today what Bombay is, totally different. Why? Because the geographical boundaries have changed. Agreed? And this is what actually we are doing as civil engineers. So land creation is becoming a very important subject.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you must have realized that my role as a conservation expert, preservation expert, and rehabilitation expert is also very important. In fact, I met Dr. Manager Singh, whom Dr. Sawan knows very well.
Yes,
And
sir.
I was associated with the conservation of Ajanta and Ellora caves. So I was trying to help him. And then some of the Devi temples in Maharashtra and some of the Krishna temples in Maharashtra, I have very actively participated along with ASI to come out with a strategy to restore them. So there is a subject known as monuments and old structures and their preservation, restoration, and rehabilitation. Why I'm showing you this list is because many of you are teachers. When you are teaching in the class, you should give these examples so that your students will get motivated to do good engineering and technology. This is the most important thing and very contemporary. There was a time when civil engineering used to be done only in this sphere, ecosphere on Earth. But in today's world, everybody is talking about extraterrestrial. Government of India is sending several missions, Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, all right? So where are they going to land ultimately? They are going to land on extraterrestrial surfaces. That means you have to understand what type of characteristics of these surfaces would be and how are you going to create infrastructure over there. So I have included here Arctic region also. I'm sure you must, if you go into the history of civilization, you'll realize that the Arctic region was always under a big question mark and it was a land of dispute. Why? The answer is resources, oil and gas particularly. So our subject also takes us to the Arctic regions. Antarctica is another good example. North Pole is a good example, where a lot of research is going on in how to extract the resources from the ground. All right, have you thought about it? Another interesting subject is forensic engineering. Every day you are hearing about the failures. Now the reason is what? Why these systems are failing? You know, what should be done to avoid such type of failures is a major question. So this is where civil engineering, my subject, is also heading towards legal issues, solving the legal issues which are pending in the court or a court of law or a court of justice. We are trying to bridge the gap between the judiciary and the society by giving all these instances a legal technical language. Energy. I'm sure you are aware of that energy is going to be a big crisis in the today's world or tomorrow's world. What alternative resources can be created to extract the energy? This is also a major issue. And of course, as our moderator was talking about, the subject deals with technical issues, legal issues, societal issues, financial issues, and how to solve them. I have not included here geopolitical issues because most of these issues get interlinked. All right. I was giving you some examples of the tribals who are getting affected because of industrialization, who are getting affected because of the infrastructure development, who are getting affected because of the so-called, development. Now, how to protect all these things together? So this is the modern face of my subject, and I hope you are realizing that it has become extremely interdisciplinary. It's not easy for one person to deal with such a huge subject. Those of you who are interested in collaborating with me, I'll be very happy. Please pick up a topic of your expertise, and then we can discuss that. I have highlighted here the lunar part. If you look at this. So lunar part has something to do with the which I was talking about, lunar. And that was one of the cases which I studied intensively, and I'm going to share my results with you. The whole idea is when these settlements might take place on lunar surface or the Martian surface, it's very easy to create infrastructure on the ground or the earth. But tomorrow, suppose Government of India says that, look, we want to establish something for our scientists like Antarctica. How are you going to do it? What type of guidelines are you going to prepare? So this is what actually we are trying to study here. Sometimes when you get time, please go through this journal, which I started about 15 years back, international journal. It's known as Environmental Geotechnics. And this journal I have launched through Emerald Publishing, which is really an interdisciplinary journal. And you will realize that when most of the world was under lockdown during COVID, my research team was very active, and we have been contributing a lot of papers on COVID-related issues. So if you read the title of these papers, you will realize that we have talked about the problems that the society was having at that time. The red one, which I have highlighted over here, is design of mass burial sites for safe and dignified disposal of pandemic fatalities. See, whenever these type of events happen, they take us on a back foot because we have no idea that how to come out of it. These type of topics are never taught in the classrooms. The whole society was in a state of panic. We were not having any answers. What to do with the dead bodies? Where to dispose them? So I hope you are realizing that modern day civil engineering, or my subject, is no more the civil engineering which was done few years back. And it is becoming extremely interdisciplinary. Now, when I say extremely interdisciplinary, it does not mean only science and technology is going to be used over here. Societal issues, legal issues, financial issues, political issues become very, very important. So in holistic approach, we have to put everything together. Some of the other activities which we are doing were about my own subject. What are the challenges and opportunities in the post-COVID-19 world? And during COVID, how are you going to manage the waste? Because we were not sure the type of waste which is going to be handled or stored or disposed. What will be the consequences of this waste on the ecosystem? Are you realizing this? Any feedback? Any question? Any thoughts? Hello?
Yes, sir. We are here. Yes, sir.
Any thought which comes to your mind? You would like to say something? I hope you are hearing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are following.
Most of these talks I have recorded and I have kept on NPTEL, as one of your colleagues was talking about. She was talking about the MOOCs and NPTEL. So most of my lectures are, kept on the NPTEL. You can check in case you feel like. And this is the most powerful tool which nowadays we use in our teaching learning. in our universities and in our colleges. Now, you'll be surprised to know that my subject requires prerequisites which are quite basic science oriented, environmental engineering oriented, and of course, inquisitive and thoughtful mind. Now, I'm sure you can realize that inquisitive and thoughtful mind cannot be created in the classrooms. These are by birth. But at the same time, you can create curiosity and inquisitiveness by inducting students in your curriculum in such a manner that it is less teaching based and more exploratory. That means you coin a few words and then ask your students to come out with an answer so that they become more thoughtful rather than giving them everything well prepared. And my another point which I would like to convey is that train your students in such a manner that they have very unconventional observations of the nature. Like what everybody sees is not the truth. Clear? So when you are teaching in the class, you create mystery, you create suspense. Do not answer exactly what the question is. Ask them to create several questions out of the questions. And then you will realize that each question will be having multiple answers. And because you have created several questions out of the questions, there will be multiple answers to the single concept. And that's what unconventional observations would be. I hope you will enjoy doing this.
Yes, sir.
So my research interests are very, very diverse. As I said, I utilize so many aspects of engineering and technology. I'm not going to discuss much in detail, but here what I have written is I basically characterize the material, and this hunch of characterization of material led me to characterization of the lunar soils and water, which I collected from the crater. So I use the concepts of mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, biological aspects, thermal sciences, electrical sciences, nuclear aspects to deal with the material. And these are all my research areas in which I work. Soil contaminants, I have given you some examples: landfills, industrial waste, industrial byproducts. When you are producing some product after mining, you come out with several unwanted material, and the question is where to keep it. Municipal solid waste, everybody is aware of. Then design and development of several sensors, which we do, dredging and mining operations, and energy geotechniques. So some of my PhD scholars who are also attending this talk and seminar would like to introduce themselves. I will call upon them if time permits. So it's a very wide spectrum of the activities which we are into. You are most welcome to go to the research gate and see the type of research which we have already accomplished, the type of developmental work which we have already done. And you are also very much welcome to send your students or come yourself, be a part of my laboratory and see what we are doing over there. Most of our activities are in commensuration with the SDGs, which I am sure you are aware of. So you will realize that I have ticked out the activities in which we are. So in today's world, everything is related to the Sustainable Development Goals, which were given by United Nations. And unless your activities are mapping with these SDG tiles, what people say is that's not much of use. So the research which I conduct and the practice of my research which I conduct takes me through all these activities which are directly related to the SDGs. And those of you who are very curious to know what is my research area, my research area is environmental geotechnology, where I talk about the influence of environment on the geotechnical systems. And when I say geotechnical systems, these are the systems which are either standing on the earth, like buildings, dams, inside the earth, like tunnels, underground barriers, storage areas where the petroleum is being stored, or made up of earth and rocks, like dams or the reclamation pads and so on. This is a glimpse of my laboratory. It's a very state-of-the-art laboratory. You can virtually visit this site and you can see what our activities are. And what I call this lab is incubation center, or this is the playground for my research scholars, whom I have nicknamed as ENVGEOs. ENVGEOs corresponds to environmental geotechnologists. You will be surprised to know that most of the industries who are operating in India and outside the India are dependent on our research. They take our help in solving their day-to-day problems. We help government of Maharashtra, government of India, and sometimes other countries also to shape up the guidelines, to shape up the policies on different issues. So civil engineering is not only limited to what I have talked about, it is also interfacing with the policy matters. It's also expanding to the creation of circular economy, sustainability, and so on. So having done this, now what I will do is I will take you through my research in the field of Lunar Lake. You have any questions related to whatever I have spoken so far?
No, sir.
Try to question one or two at least. Anything which comes to your mind? If not, question appreciation will also do.
So we absolutely appreciate your work, sir. Seeing your laboratory, yeah, it is wonderful, sir. The way you're working with the government and with the other universities abroad and in India, it is very commendable, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I hope your participants will get benefited. My intention is to attract their attention and their students' attention so that we can work together and we can form a very big
Sir,
team.
absolutely, sir. Because first time you don't believe that first time from management faculty, I'm understanding everything what civil engineering they do. And apart from that civil and as well as you are concentrating in multiple areas, sir. Actually, we should appreciate you because you have done, a great job, sir. And thank you so much for that. We are understanding one by one what you're explaining.
Okay, very nice. I'm so happy.
Being from tourism faculty, from tourism discipline, we had kept Professor Manager Singh's lectures also, 2 lectures he had given. And he's working as a research fellow. So I know some aspects of it, sir. Only related to conservation, but other things are very new to us, sir.
Oh, no
Thank you
problem.
for enlightening.
Whatever you are doing is new to me, so we have to sit down and discuss and learn more and more. That is the agenda. Fine. So let me take you through the my studies related to the Lunar Lake. Out of the curiosity, I went about 15, 16 years back to Aurangabad, and then Dr. Singh insisted that I should visit Lunar also. I was not aware of this lake at all until I went there. And I realized that this is not a lake. This is a subject in itself. I was so fascinated, I took out some samples. I started analyzing them. And in my opinion, what is Lunar Lake? Lunar Lake is basically an emblem of Indian culture, heritage, mythology, local folklore. Why? Because a lot of stories are related to this. It's a unique natural laboratory and culmination of several subjects. I have tried to give you some idea about the subjects which we cover in our research and development. And when I came across Lunar Lake, I realized that this is the best place where I can apply some of the knowledge which I have gained. And of course, this gives you an opportunity to exchange multidisciplinary learning and knowledge sharing. So as I said, it's a unique natural laboratory where geology is very, very charming. Geochemistry is the most important aspect. Geomicrobiology is very important. And planetary analogs, okay? Because what impacted Earth and what are the remains and what really happened at that time can be knit together once you study the samples. And we are happy that after I studied this material, there was a reporting from NASA also that they were trying to find out some more information from us based on whatever we had reported. So when you say multidisciplinary learning, field mapping is very important. Most of the geologists are doing this. Site sampling is very important. Geomicrochemistry is very important. Microbiology is very important. Heritage studies are so many important. So this list goes on and on and on. I was interested in locating this, scripture, and my student Soumyadeep Kundu, I think he's attending this lecture, and he was instrumental in giving me all this information from the Ramayana, and then he sat down and then he was trying to locate, the particular verses which are reported in Aranya Kanda. Aranya is the forest, all right, and this is what is reported in the Valmiki Ramayana. So please excuse me for my Sanskrit. I can't really translate it myself, but the whole idea is that Lonar is mentioned in these texts also, Ramayana. So there is a temple here, Daitya Sudan. I'm sure those of you who have visited must have visited this temple also. And there is a mention of this temple in Iskanda Purana, where greatness of Shri Daitya Sudna has been described. And this is related to the Lonar. The name itself is quite magical, Lonar. Now, if you talk about the geomicrological characteristics, physiochemical characteristics, geochemical characteristics, hydrogeochemical characteristics, mineralogical geochemistries, microbial and biological characteristics, and environmental characteristics. It will take a lot of time to describe all these things. But what you can do is, there is a paper which has been published by Basavaiya et al. Physico-chemical analysis of surface sediments from the Lonar Lake, Central India. Implications for paleo-environmental reconstruction. This is something very, very interesting topic to work on. And you will be proud of saying that you are from India and this is where this Lonar Lake is. Very unique geological feature on which a lot of research is being done. This is a typical cross-section of the Lonar Lake, which talks about, what are the formations at this location. We call it as the rim crest, the lake. This is basically a alluvium system where the deposition has occurred. A lot of debris flows has occurred to create this type of system. And then the crater has been formed. And this crater, being a geological in nature, is containing a lot of water. And you must have noticed when birds swim over here, there is a lot of froth formation which occurs. And when I tested these samples of water, I realized that these samples of water contain zeolitic solution. So this is how we characterize these samples. And then we compare the chemical composition. And then we realize how much is the iron content, sodium content, titanium oxide, sodium content, and so on. The whole idea was, if I'm analyzing the water sample and soil sample from Lonar Lake, can we really correlate this with the lunar activities or lunar impact or the meteoritic impact which has affected or created this type of a system? So there are several people who are interested in the mineralogy, the chemical composition of this type of the basaltic and brecciatic system. These are the terms which are used by the geologist to understand what type of minerals are present in the soils over there. There is a connection with Martian soil also, because what type of mineral alteration has occurred can also be linked with the soil which is present in on the Mars. So that is the beauty of this lake. So I'm sure those of you who go there just for the sake of recreation or as a tourist should also realize that there is a lot of Indian knowledge, heritage, is linked with this, as well as science and technology is also getting linked with this to create a mapping between what happened several thousands or lakhs of years back and how this lake or the crater was formed. So this becomes a very comprehensive subject, which is what is being studied by the people. Those of you who are very curious, please go through this paper which we have written. My students who have written this paper on characterization of the soil samples from the Lona crater, India. Now, to talk about hydrogeochemical characterization, there are different types of biotic species which is surviving in very extreme pH and carbonate chemistry. And how this oxygen supply is taking place is becoming a very interesting question. And from where this water comes, from where this water gets deposited, and very next to this system is the freshwater supply, you must have noticed. But this water happens to be a very high pH water, which indicates that the presence of salts, particularly sodium, potassium, is extremely high. And how the seasonal effects are really making a difference over here. All right. So this is a very complex subject. I'm just giving you a thought because many of you are from chemistry background and you will like to research more onto how this mineral and what type of leaching occurs, which creates the solutions or the water which is present in the lake of a zeolitic nature and of very high pH value. There is a lot of activity related to microbial consortia also in this lake. Different types of, microbes which are harping over here. And the brief account of which I have written over here, methanogens, the archaeas which produce methane gas. And then photoROPs, denitrifiers, sulfur oxidiers, and so on. A huge consortia of the bacterium which is present over here. And I came across this paper where microbiology of Lona Lake and other soda lakes have been discussed in the text. This lake is also very famous for biodiversity. And this credit goes again to my student, Mr. Kundu, who has got this information that there are 86 plant species which are present in this lake system. And out of which 64 are the native, 12 are naturalized, and 8 are introduced species in this whole system. 38 bird species are harping over there, and 8 mammal species are harping over there. So this is a very, very live example of a system which can be termed as a lunar lake ecosystem or lunar lake biodiversity system. Because as a civil engineer, we also come across biodiversity analysis. What would be the impact of civil engineering construction, industrialization on the soils, flora and fauna of the neighboring area? Now, before I end my talk over here, I would like to draw your attention to the basic theme of the activity which Dr. Sawant has initiated. And she should be congratulated for this. Because the whole idea is to create curriculum which is interdisciplinary, which is going to make students thinking, and in line with NEP. So new education policy basically deals with ideas and how would you implement them to create skills. What I have discussed so far is also an example of how skillfully you can champion your subject by interfacing it with several other subjects. You need not to remain confined to that. So what I've discussed just now is field mapping and remote sensing. A lot of scope for these subjects to understand the geometry of the crater, to understand the geomorphology of the crater, how the land use patterns are existing over there. Because if you walk through the crater, you will realize that what nature has done is a wonderful thing, which cannot be man-made. So a lot of studies can be done to understand the geometry of the crater itself. Hydrochemistry, which I was talking about, the pH, electrical conductivity, ionic species which are present, alkalinity, salinity. And despite all this, the flora and fauna is existing in the lake. Sediments and paleo environment. There's a lot of sedimentation which has happened and because of the meteoritic impact, okay, how the morphology has got changed, how the geometry has got changed, how the paleo environment has got changed is also a very interesting topic to study. Geomicrobiological practicals and what is the implication of DNA extraction. Like there is a school of thought, some of my students are working in DNA extraction from the soils and then try to understand what type of bacterium consortia is present in that and what type of microorganism clusters is present in that. Because this can be correlated with the meteoritic portion which came out of the lunar system. Lunar lake also tells us a lot about the heritage and Indian knowledge system, because what I've tried to show you is that both heritage and IKS linked with the scientific explorations, directly dealing with the Purans and the temple inscriptions and the local folklore, of the area. Is very well known in the localities. Sustainability and citizen science. Community awareness is very important for, monitoring of the water quality and tourism impact and so on. Comparative paleontology, to understand whether this system has the plant species which are commensurating with the lunar and Martian systems. So today's is the day of, lunar and Mars missions. Our government is very serious about it. There are so many missions which are being devised, which are being conceived, and which are being executed. So this type of a lake ecosystem is going to be a connecting cord between what is being studied right now, what has happened millions of years back, and so on. And of course, astrobiology research. This is a new subject which people are trying to understand. Very unique alkaline ecosystem. Alkali is more than pH 13, like soap. When you dissolve soap in water, it becomes alkaline. Now, alkaline solution cannot harness a biodiversity, but truly speaking, what's happening here in the lake is totally antagonistic. And this provides a lot of insight into the potential extraterrestrial life condition. So I would say in short that this is a very mystical system, which is to be learned and understood. And of course, what are the future prospects? The future prospects are, you have to do several collaborations, evaluate, implement, and revise the concept which have been created so far. And this can be done with the help of monitoring, invasive species control, community awareness, and sustainable practices. So I will stop my discussion over here today. It was interesting to interact with some of you. I hope I have also tried to provoke your thoughts that how one subject can be, looked into from different point of views. And we need not to be compartmentalized in our approach. So Dr. Sawant, if you allow, I will quickly invite some of my PhD scholars to introduce themselves who have been
Yeah, sure,
attending
sir. Sure.
and to speak out few words. If some of you are there, please, can you just switch on your cameras and speak out and introduce yourself? Hello?
Sir, this is Dr. Gangu. Can I ask? I have two questions. Can I?
Please, sure.
Dr. Gangu, I think we will first get introduced with the PhD scholars who are in this particular forum, and then we will go for question answer session. Okay?
Yeah, so Fakra, can you please speak out quickly? Just switch on your camera, speak one few words. Sharad Pandey, Dr. Randeep. I hope they can hear me. It's okay. I think Dr. Manal, you were asking something?
Yes, sir. I have two questions, sir.
Yes, please.
Yeah, before that, you spoken about NEP. For NEP, we can take example your name because, you started, civil engineering. After that, you touched all the specializations. NEP nothing but like multiple specializations people, how they can develop their knowledge. And thank you so much, sir. And my first question is that, last 1 week, like many people, they spoken about Indian architecture, sir. Even we asked many questions to them, but you are the right persons to answer this question. Like, how can principles of ancient Indian architecture, like Vastu Shastra or temple engineering, be applied to modern civil engineering design? Because, I have still one question, sir. When I visit like many temples, still, what, technology they use it to construct the temple. So how they constructed, because with one stone entire, temple they constructed. Still I have a doubt, like, which technology they use. You are the right person, I think, so that can give right answer to this.
I can only say that we have to learn a lot from our ancestors. Without computers, without finite element methods, big algorithms, they have executed things. Look at your next door, Ajanta Ellora caves, monolith. They have carved out everything out of the mountains.
Yes,
so
sir,
a
yes,
lot
sir.
has to be learned from the ancient civil engineering.
Yes,
And
sir.
look at the durability. How many thousands of years are over and these systems are still standing? And what is the cost
Yes,
of
sir.
the structure and what is the durability of the structure which you are doing in today's world? Concrete, hardly 30 years, not even 30 years many times, correct? So
Yes,
no
sir.
wonders that we have to go back and learn the type of construction materials our ancestors used, the type of construction methodology which they used, and they are miracles. I mean, you can just call them as miracles, correct?
Yes,
Look
sir,
at
yes,
the
sir.
forts which are located on the hilltops, and the water is
Yes.
coming from the aquifers which are present quite deep beneath. So I think there are some scholars who are studying how the ancient structures were done. And this is also one of the parts of, I think, Dr. Singh's and Dr. Madhuri's research area, where you are trying to create a linkage between the past and present civil engineering practices.
Yes, sir.
So, one more question, sir. Sir, can I?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. You contributed to tribal communities because, thanks, it is not enough because, somewhat we have to contribute to the poor people, that to remote areas who are living in forest and tribal areas. And, you work more for them. And thank you so much on behalf of all the participants. My question is that, and how can engineering students use IKS to design solutions for rural and tribal communities, sir?
I gave you a few examples in this context. Most of the mining activities are happening in the tribal areas. Most of the industrialization is happening in the areas which are adjacent to the tribal areas, and the tribal people get mostly affected, correct? Because when
Yes,
you are
sir,
doing
yes,
a
sir.
big mining operation, imagine,
Yes,
hundreds
sir.
and thousands of acres of land is getting logged.
Yes, sir.
So you have to come out with engineering solutions which are capable of protecting the interests of the tribal community. You
Yes,
have
sir.
to plan it accordingly. It appears to be very difficult, but then there is no other go. It has to be done like this.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Your lecture is very lucid and informative for me. So I have one question. So what about the morphology of that creature of lunar? With how, depth and all the things, because I'm highly curious about its morphology. Someone said around 500 feet, 400 feet. So do you have any idea, specific idea?
No, actually, I have not. There are two things: morphology of the soils, which I have studied, and then there is another question as the morphology of the crater itself.
Yeah, crater.
So my interest was mostly into understanding the type of soil which got deposited, the type of sediments which got deposited over there. Okay, so these are mostly zeolitic in nature, very fine particles. But because of the presence of very high amount of iron, they have got settled down. And they are very dense, they are very heavy. So when we talk about the morphological examination, we usually consider the particle shape and the texture. And that can be related.
So is there any elemental composition is different as compared to rest part of Maharashtra? If you compare with Lonar.
Correct.
Any specific element is there?
Iron.
Iron is there.
Yes, very high concentration. And that you feel also when you go inside the crater, you realize that there's a lot of magnetic effect which is pulling you down. It's very easy to go inside the crater, but when you start coming out, there's a lot of electromagnetic effects. And there's a sort of a pull which makes you tired when you enter this whole crater and come out. Have you tried this?
No, sir. I was visited to Lonar, but thing is that I'm not a good swimmer, so I just seen from the coastal area.
No, you can't swim there. Actually, this water is not worthy of swimming. It's a very high pH water.
High pH water.
Yes. So you can see from when you are standing on the brim of the lunar crater, there's a lot of froth formation when birds fly and when birds swim in it. And that is the reason which tells you that it has a lot of sodium, potassium salts, and which also produce a lot of zeolites. So the basic question is from where these elements are coming in water, because water is open to the rains. Clear? So how this recharging is taking place, how the rainwater is getting converted into a very high pH water. That means some elements are leaching out of the soils which are present over there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank
we will,
you.
Yeah, because our next resource person is waiting.
Yeah, please go ahead. All the best. Thank you.
Yeah. So no, sir, we would formally like to thank you, Professor Dr. Gangu. Please give vote of thanks.
It's okay. I think you please utilize your time. I enjoyed.
No, sir. It will just take 2 minutes. Yeah.
Sure.
Sir, you know that one and always who supports us in our life as well as who contributes something to us, definitely we should thank them at least. We cannot give anything, just at least we can say thanks to every person who supports to us. On behalf of all the participants, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Ravindranath Singh, for his grateful and enriching session on IKS skill-based curriculum development. Your deep knowledge and clarity of thought and a practical perspective on how we interact with us have truly inspired us and added some immense values to our understanding. Especially seriously, sir, I didn't know all the things before that what you explained, all the things when you explained, when you take an example, I understood clearly. Thank you so much, sir. And it is very insightful as well as thought-provoking session. I also take this opportunity to sincerely thank to our program coordinator, Dr. Madhuri ma'am, for her excellent guidance, as well as she tried more to give some knowledge to all the participants. Thank you so much, ma'am, on behalf of all the participants. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद sir. धन्यवाद.
नमस्कार, धन्यवाद. मिलेंगे. Okay. Thank you.
मिलेंगे.
Welcome to Sambhajinagar, sir.
We have our next speaker. Dr. Monika Aggarwal. Namaskar, madam.
Namaskar.
Good
Am I
evening. How
audible
are
to
you?
all?
Yes, ma'am. Very, very
Yes, ma'am.
audible. Yeah. So thank you so much for waiting also. And we are very glad to have you in this refresher course. And madam is also the chief guest of today's valedictory function. So we will have your lecture and we will continue with the valedictory session. And now I ask the participants to please give the introduction of madam.
Ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Myself, Dr. Tarkeshwar, Assistant Professor in Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh, Vijayanagar. I pleasure to introduce Professor Monika Aggarwal, ma'am. Ma'am is a distinguished academic leader with more than 3 decades of experience in design, education, research, and institutional leadership. She is currently serving as the Dean and Director of the Chanakya Foundation, School of Craft in Mumbai. She has previously held key academic and administrative positions, including Director at National Institute of Fashion Technology campuses in Kolkata, Shillong, and Bhubaneswar, as well as Dean of the Faculty of Design and Arts at MGM University of Aurangabad. A specialist in craft innovation, curriculum design, and sustainable pedagogy, Dr. Aggarwal's doctoral research focused on Odisha's Bandha weaving tradition. Her work has made significant contribution to the study of textile heritage, handloom cooperatives, and design revitalization. She has successfully led several state and national projects, organized international conferences, and published extensively in UGC-listed journals. Her contributions have been recognized globally, including the Excellent Tutor International Award from Wuhan Textile University, China. Dedicated to promoting indigenous craft education, interdisciplinary design practice, and institution building, Dr. Aggarwal contribute at both national and international levels, inspiring innovation and sustainability in design education. And thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I must thank Madam Dr. Madhuri for having me here, and all the participants. I'm sure I'll be able to do the justice with today's lecture. I have a very brief idea which I will be sharing with all of you, not in a bigger way, because if I start discussing my work with all of you, it is going to take 3 days, so more than 3 days. So I will be concentrated more on how to prepare the curriculum as per the NEP 2020 policy, and how we can contribute. Add IKS into our curriculum, and how it is going to benefit our students as well as faculty fraternity overall. So I would like everyone to share, ask questions if you feel like any clarification on any idea of mine. I will be more than happy to have that interactive session with all of you on the same. So I'll share my screen to start my presentation. I hope it's okay. So, is my screen been shared or?
Not yet, madam.
I have switch on here the share screen.
Gaurav sir, could you please help madam?
Yeah, can I WhatsApp to you my presentation if you can share
Ji,
from
madam.
the side?
Yeah, please.
Is it
You
possible?
WhatsApp
I can
me
do
and
that.
then.
I will share it, ma'am.
I'm finding some Zoom issue in this.
No issues, ma'am. You please WhatsApp me and I will try to share it. MMTTC will try to share it.
I have shared my.
Yes, ma'am. I have received it. Gaurav, sir, please share it.
Ma'am, can I share?
Yeah, you can, but just a moment, Dr. Gangu, I just confirm. Gaurav, sir?
एक मिनट.
In the meantime, I'll just give a brief about what is the topic for today's presentation is a sustainable craft design through Indian knowledge system. So since I have worked for so many years into craft industry itself, and we have worked at the ground level with the indigenous weavers, and so I can very well share that with you all, that how we can incorporate indigenous knowledge or share indigenous knowledge with our students. Sustainable craft design through Indian knowledge system, it has to be aligned with NEP policy. So bridging heritage wisdom and contemporary education for transformative learning experiences. So discipline specific, I will just first talk about what is NEP 2020 and what is IKS, how we can use in Indian knowledge system into our sustainable craft design. IKS fosters hypothesis-driven reasoning, resilience in experimentation, and application of traditional problem-solving methods to modern scientific questions. In humanities and social sciences, engagement with original text, debate traditions, and socio-cultural analysis deepen interpretation and evaluative thinking. In arts and design, IKS methodologies inspire both critical appreciation and creative synthesis based on indigenous aesthetic and logic. Next slide, please. Yeah, and what is now NEP 2020 and Indian knowledge system? So it is basically a skill-based learning, ecological wisdom, and curriculum integration. NEP 2020 emphasizes practical, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary education that prepares students for real-world challenges and career readiness. Ecological wisdom, Indian knowledge system offer time-tested approaches to sustainability, craft traditions, and cultural preservation methods. Curriculum integration, our mission is to seamlessly embed IKS principles into contemporary skill-based program for holistic education. So it is very, very important for all of us to integrate IKS into the curriculum. Next. IKS principles for sustainable craft design. Craft is not just an heritage, it is a living laboratory for sustainability, design, and education. So we have three aspects into this: knowledge as practice, knowledge as value, and knowledge as innovation. So knowledge as practice, that we need to practice traditional crafts, weaving techniques, natural dye processes passed down through generation of skilled artisans. Not only handloom, but handicraft also. There are many industries into it. So all over India, all over the world, globally, we are practicing many handicrafts. So we need to have knowledge about everything from the ancestors' viewpoint, that how they have evolved those crafts. Knowledge as value, sustainability principles, ethical production methods, and cultural continuity that honor ancestral wisdoms. Knowledge as innovation, connecting heritage technique to entrepreneurship, modern design, thinking, and innovative applications. By integrating IKS, educational practice moves more passive knowledge receipt to active thought development, empowering learners to be adaptive, ethical, and global competitive thinkers. Next slide, please. Heritage to innovation framework. Heritage, it is rooted in authentic local craft traditions and time-honored techniques that reflect regional cultural identity. So we have many identifications in India itself. I'll give examples for that. Like if we take embroideries or handwork, handicraft as an embroidery, so it is every state of India has some or the other form of craft available there. So in Uttar Pradesh, we have Banarsi weaves as well as Lucknowi, chikankari or shadow work, and then West Bengal have Kantha. So there are many, each and every state has some or the other handicraft is practiced. So and it has its own cultural identity, and there are many policies and schemes which government has done, due to which all the crafts are sustaining as per the policy of vocal for local. So it has been informed to everyone that we should buy from our weavers or artisans to understand what exactly our culture is about and what is heritage about. We will be able to sustain our heritage and support our Indian economy and sustain the livelihood of our artisans, of Indian artisans. Then skills, practical hands-on learning experiences that build employability and technical expertise for modern markets. So whenever we incorporate those things into the curriculum, it will develop the skills, whereby the technical expertise will be taken up to the modern markets. Innovation, contemporary design approaches with the technology integration that creates new possibilities for traditional craft. Impact, sustainable livelihood, cultural pride, and global market relevance that transforms communities. Next, please. Yeah, cross-disciplinary opportunities in craft design. Science. So humanities, science, management, and education. So these are the areas where we can have the cross-disciplinary opportunities. So in science, we study about the natural fiber search, eco-friendly dyes, sustainable material science, environment impact studies that inform craft innovation. Management, entrepreneurship development, market analysis, business skill building, and supply chain management for craft enterprises. Humanities, heritage preservation, cultural studies, storytelling traditions, and historical context that enriches craft understanding. Education, innovative pedagogy, community-based learning models, and experiential teaching methods for effective knowledge transfer. So this whole cross-disciplinary opportunity in craft design, how it will be helpful for students to have a out-of-the-box thinking. It doesn't mean that we just know about the craft, how it is being practiced, but we need to understand how, what science is connected to this, how we can reach out to the modern markets, how we can have our own community or adopt community to have the heritage preservation, and community-based learning models also to be introduced for the cross-disciplinary opportunity in craft design. Next, please. Yeah, faculty toolkit for curriculum integration. So it is very important for faculty to understand that if we are supposed to integrate the Indian knowledge system into our curriculum, then what exactly the requirement? We should have curriculum templates, ready to use frameworks aligned with the NEP 2020 guidelines for seamless integration of traditional knowledge system, tradition to modern skill, comprehensive mapping tools that connect ancestral wisdom with contemporary competencies and market demands, experiential learning, project-based assignments, and hands-on activities that bring traditional knowledge to life through practical application. Then we should add so many case studies also, rich collection of community projects, heritage immersion experiences, and real-world success stories for inspiration. In this case, we can take our students to the various museums also, art museums as well as the craft museums all over the world there are. And we should have our own small collection at our home also, which should keep on inspiring us for creating something new and innovative and develop the out-of-box thinking. Next. Indian knowledge system into education foster critical thinking across disciplines. So core mechanism is inquiry-based and contextual learning, interdisciplinary and holistic approaches, ethical reasoning and reflective practices, problem solving and application, diverse source and engagement. So this engagement or this IKS fosters critical thinking across all the disciplines. So it helps us in contextual learning, interdisciplinary holistic approaches are there by dissolving disciplinary boundaries, integrating logic, mathematics, philosophy, biology, spirituality. It promotes system thinking and the capacity to analyze issue from multiple perspectives, key aspect of critical thinking. Working with classical text, oral traditions, and lived community knowledge exposes students to a panorama of viewpoint and interpretive strategies, strengthening evaluative and analytical skills. Next, please. Impact on Sustainable Development Goals. IKS aligns naturally with the several SDGs: clean water, zero hunger, good health, quality education, and climate action. By embodying sustainable consumption, equitable resource access, and resilience in the face of environmental challenges. Its integration in education prepares learners with adaptable, value-driven worldviews necessary for addressing global sustainability issues. IKS thus provides both philosophical depth and practical tools for embedding sustainability across education, shaping curricula that are contextually relevant, responsive to local realities, and rooted in global responsibilities. So we are approaching towards the sustainable development goal, where it becomes very much necessary that each and every in every curriculum there should be traditional knowledge added to it, which will help us solving our modern problems. Next. Key IKS contributions to sustainable heritage craft: resource efficiency, skill transmission and cultural preservation, synergy with modern innovations, gendered knowledge roles, philosophical and ethical foundations. Resource under that we have traditional rooted in IKS prioritize the use of renewable natural materials and minimize waste through reuse, recycling, upcycling, and slow production processes that contrast with mass industrialization. So here I can give an example of khadi, which is hand spun and hand woven. We have mass production also. Our Gandhi Jayanti is approaching, and their students should know that why khadi is related to that, the history of that event, and that has to be incorporated into this. And skill transmission and cultural preservation. Knowledge is passed intergenerationally through oral traditions, apprenticeships, and community practices, preserving both tangible craft skill and intangible cultural values that sustain identity and social cohesion. Case studies should also be included, which shows IKS integration with contemporary technology and marketing to enhance quality, sustainability, and market reach without compromise authenticity. Women artisans often serve as custodians of indigenous craft knowledge, ensuring survival and adaptation of techniques while enabling economic empowerment through cooperative models. So here we can have the Northeast, majorly women are involved in weaving and spinning and many activities they do. How they do, how we can solve the problem of our pollution, because textile industry is a majorly polluted industry. So we need to have the live case studies of those crafts which are recycled, which is promoting the circular economy as well as the circular environment, natural sustainability is there. IKS also embed craft in broader ethical frameworks, emphasizing harmony with nature, social responsibility, and mindful consumption, encouraging slow fashion and sustainable lifestyle. So, which is very important, and it is as per our sustainable goals, which we are supposed to achieve by 2030. Next. So now I can talk about some example and outcomes. Local heritage craft like Lambani embroidery demonstrate how IKS sustain cultural meaning and traditional practices, even while negotiating modern market pressures and commercialization. So many ways there are power looms are there. It doesn't mean that that is a threat for our handloom, but handloom is also there. Handloom has its own value. Sustainable craft practices contribute to resilient rural livelihoods, economic self-reliance, and community-based resource management aligned with sustainable development goals. Conservation of craft heritage through IKS also support biodiversity and cultural diversity conservation, essential components of sustainability in heritage contexts. I would like to summarize it that it provides both practical techniques and philosophical principles that foster environmentally responsible, culturally meaningful, and economically viable heritage craft, offering a robust model for sustainable craft preservation and innovation. Next. So there is a case study. This was a part of my research, which I have done during my PhD. So how I have studied that how the weaver of indigenous craft is a master of innovation. So she represents the perfect blend of traditional expertise and contemporary vision in Bandha Ikat weaving. She preserves authentic weaving techniques while creating designs for the modern market. Champion women's empowerment through skill development and economic opportunity. Demonstrates sustainable practices that respect environmental and cultural heritage. Provides a powerful model in integrating IKS principle into skill-based curriculum design. So she, while I was interacting with her, we got to know that she has been invited by many institutes like IIMs and other, because she is an entrepreneur also, she's a weaver also, and she's a technologist also, because if she need to make any changes into the loom for a different design, she herself does this. She's not dependent on anyone. So these are the things which we feel that our students should know. That's why it is very important to have the case studies incorporated into the curriculum. Next, please. So IKS Foundation, it is a sustainable craft design, finds its strongest root in the wisdom of Indian knowledge system and cultural heritage. Our education policy actively encourages meaningful integration of tradition with innovation for holistic learning. Educator impact. So faculty members are the key catalyst in shaping skill-based, culturally grounded, and future-ready curriculum experiences. Next. So I'm coming to the end of my presentation. Indian knowledge system offer a holistic framework that informs sustainable craft practices by marrying ecological mindfulness with cultural values and practical techniques, nurturing environmental, economic, and social sustainability in heritage and contemporary crafts. Next. Thank you so much. So at the end of my presentation, I would like to request everyone, let's contribute towards sustainable ecology and education. So we are open for it's a very short presentation. I hope that I have covered everything almost into it, that if still anybody has question related to curriculum development, so I'm here to answer to those.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your information related to the IKS and sustainable crafts design. I request the students, if you all have any questions, sorry, participants. Participants, are you having any questions?
I think it's very simple, and everybody knows about it already. So I have just tried to concentrate on Indian knowledge system and national education policy. One must know about this, and they should go through the brochures and read about that, what is NEP policy is, and how we can incorporate IKS into it. So I think it will be very good, and I'm available. My address anybody can take, phone number can take from Madhuri ma'am, Dr. Madhuri.
Yes.
So I'm available
Yes,
for any question even after the session. It's not that I cannot answer. Related to curriculum, anybody can connect with me.
So, ma'am, we are having participants from different disciplines. That is
Yes.
science, commerce,
Engineer.
management, arts. So
Yes.
I don't think any of the participants is in this fashion technology subject.
Yeah.
But yet I thought of
yeah,
inviting you because
I
it's a
can.
very different topic.
Yes, it is. But I can give you an example of MGM University, Aurangabad, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, where I was Dean School of Design. So there we used to have offer minor subjects for engineering students, medical students, as well as social science students, all various areas whereby students used to come and learn the craft science technology. They want to learn the craft technology. They want to learn many things in design department also, because our NEP has major minor subjects. So where we should encourage students to see that how our indigenous people, they are, or tribal people, they are the creators, how they are sustaining the ecology, and how they which is economically viable, as well as the sustaining their livelihoods. And they are entrepreneurs, they create things and they sell it, and many things they are doing. So I will request everyone who are from very different fields though, but they should go through it, and they should visit the interior of the villages wherever these kind of handcrafts and the things are practiced. But these are the things which are we are using daily in our homes also. We should support that. We will be able to support it only if we have the knowledge about that. Otherwise, there are many duplicate things are available in the name of craft. We should not support it. So it is important for each and every faculty to understand about the craft, understand about the design, because it is a living tradition for us. It is our responsibility to preserve the culture as well. So knowledge system is there, but we need to incorporate that into our daily use. Our student must learn about those things. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely, madam. Just Madam, we will directly go for the valedictory session.
Yes, ma'am.
We are just waiting for some people from the UGC MMTTC, our assistant director, and also the director, madam. Just hold on for another 2 to 3 minutes. We will start the valedictory.
Sure, ma'am.
So, a very good evening to one and all. Course coordinator, Dr. Madhuri Sawant ma'am is there. Our
yes,
today's resource person, is also there. So I hope that we can conclude this refresher course, 12 days working refresher course through a
Yes, sir.
validatory session. So I would now request Gaurav to start the banner and the university song. And I would request all participants to open the camera. Sabhi participants सहभागी अपना camera open करे सभी लोग. Gaurav, you can start the banner.
गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. अभंगाचे ओवीचेही माया बोलीचे माहेर, वाऱ्यातही मराठीचे दिवे लख घरोघर, संत महंतांचे विरागी, गीत आमुचे वादळाचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. तंतु तंतु संघर्षाचा पैठणीत भिनलेला, नक्षीतच पक्षी पक्षी विजयाचा मिळलेला, सोन पहाट उदयाचे, गीत आमुचे उजेडाचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे. प्रज्ञेचा सूर्य नवा, शब्द शब्द उजळून गेला, समतेचा संग्राचा अर्थ ढाळून गेला, विराट विशाल संस्कृतीचे गीत आमुचे जीवनाचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे, गीत आमुचे आकाशाचे, गीत आमुचे सागराचे, इतिहासाचे जनावनाचे, गीत आमुचे जागराचे.
You, Gaurav, you can stop the university song. So on behalf of Malviya Mission Teachers Training Center, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, I welcome today's chief guest for this valedictory function, Professor Dr. Monika Aggarwal, ma'am. Also, I welcome senior faculty member from this university campus, Dr. Madhuri Sawant, ma'am, who has coordinated this refresher course. And on behalf of this group, I would like to congratulate her that Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir has given her additional responsibility as a director of Gautam Buddha Adhyasan Kendra. So congratulations, ma'am, on behalf of this entire group.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So not taking much time, I would request Dr. Madhuri Sawant, ma'am, to summarize the entire 12 days working to all of us.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, all participants. Today I can see you all as you all have on the videos. So, it is nice looking at you. And I readily, first of all, I'd like to thank Professor Dr. Monika Aggarwal, who has readily accepted our invitation to be the chief guest of today's valedictory function. I also thank Dr. Mohammad Rafi sir, for continuously supporting. Of course, I will be missing out if I don't take the name of Gaurav sir, because he was the one who was really working hard and coordinating the event. Moreover, Madam Mahajan Madam, she is the director, and I also thank her for the continuous support. So yes, what a journey. Like 2 weeks has already gone, and you all must be surprised that we have taken 46 sessions and 39, you all have listened to almost 39 people, the professors from all over India. Now, the idea behind conducting this resource refresher course was very, very unique. Like we are implementing NEP, and the leaders like you, the junior and senior, I must say, because I can see early career researchers here and also an experienced professors in this forum. So our idea was to create a forum in which we can discuss about how we can develop the curriculum in IKS. We always say IKS is there, NEP is implementing IKS, but there must be some way. So I tried to inculcate as many as disciplines I could. I could see some are from chemistry, some are from botany, some are from environment science, forensic sciences, then physics, metallurgy, then management science, even from tourism as well. So it was very difficult for us to bring all the subjects together because IKS, as you all might have known by now, that it is an absolutely interdisciplinary research subject. So with this, I would like to just give my gratitude and pay my gratitude, and I would like to read out the names of the universities which contributed, the professors and the universities which contributed for this refresher course. We had professors from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. We had professors from Indian Institute of Technology from Jodhpur and IIT Mumbai as well. Today you all have gone through that lecture. Then we had professors from Central University of Pondicherry, Central University of Himachal Pradesh, Archaeological Survey of India, Tourist Guides Federation of India. We had professors from Savitribai Phule University. We had professors from Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Jamia Millia Islamia University, Vellore Institute of Technology, MGM University Mahagami, Institute of Hotel Management Mumbai, Banaras Hindu University, Central University of Jammu, State University of Jammu, then MGM Department of Architecture. We had professors from Central University of Sikkim University, Central University of Kurukshetra, Haryana. We had professors from Aligarh Muslim University, Indira Gandhi National Open University, Mulgi Jaita College, Jargaon, Department of Forensic Science, Nagpur, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University. There were many professors who contributed here for this refresher course. And also we are having today's guest from National Institute of Fashion Technology, and her expertise is in fashion technology. She's the former director, but she's having an expertise in that.
I think due to some network issue, ma'am got disconnected because really cloudy weather is there in the university campus.
Yeah. I have come here, so we are having heavy rains over here.
Yes.
me for that. So we had subjects which are from IKS Chemical Technology, IKS Sanskrit, IKS Pali, IKS and Journalism. Professor Gawane was there. Then we had IKS Conservation of the Sites, IKS Food Technology, IKS in Museums, IKS and Tourism, IKS and Constitutional Values. That is a professor from Savitribai Phule University, Pune. He has given a wonderful lecture on law and IKS. Then we have IKS from multidisciplinary research, IKS teacher as a change agent, IKS environment, IKS four quadrants of Indic learning, culinary heritage and IKS skill development, IKS through monuments, IKS through Ayurveda, IKS through indigenous from indigenous community from Sikkim University. To the age of artificial intelligence. We had professors who talked about IKS education, IKS homestay, IKS psychology, IKS armed technology, IKS lunar crater, civil engineering, then also IKS forensic science and sustainable craft design. So am I audible, participants?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Actually, it's like raining cats and dogs over here. Still, I'm trying to, light is going on and off. But anyways, it was a journey for me as well. Quite a learning journey. And we tried to cover a lot of disciplines over here, as I have mentioned. And in this particular forum, but I was just coordinating. But what I experienced, that I realized in this forum was that the early career researchers, I request you all to please travel to the conferences, meet new people, and also try to acknowledge more things in this interdisciplinary research. I see many professors, only 2-3 professors who were sharing their views, and others were very quiet. So I think that you all should be very proactive in that. And moreover, I also like to apologize if any inconvenience has caused because of me especially to the participants. And yes, I was very happy to coordinate. Vikas sir, Bhagat sir, I cannot see you because of internet. And